It's crazy that I have to constantly do updates with this particular story right here. But it's like the more updates I do, the more disturbing things are. Now, the last time I did a video involving this, which was a couple days ago, was talking about how she was failed from every angle, from this chick, her dad, and in some sense her mother as well. Well, I was informed by a couple of my subscribers that there were some text messages that were exchanged between Cynthia Baker, who was this woman, and Rika Roundtree's father. And let me tell you something right now. These text messages that were exchanged between the two of them make you want to find him and beat the shit out of him. He deserves to be in a cell right next to this chick. For real. You can tell this man did not love his daughter at all. And you're about to hear why. Because I'm telling you, when I read these text messages, you're probably going to do the air punch like Trey did in Boys in the Hood. And I'm not trying to say that to be funny, but I'm being dead ass serious. It says several search warrants found 3 videos of Clay and Roundtree, as well as text messages between Clay and Rika's father, Richard. The startling text messages from Cynthia Clay about Rika were read aloud by the judge. In a July 2018 text message, Clay refers to Rika as a little hard-headed bitch. Now, this is what she's saying about an 8-year-old. On July 19, 2018, Clay texts Richard Roundtree, honestly, at this point, I feel it is time for her to leave. They were talking about how difficult the child was. Clay wrote in a text message, I'm not talking to that little girl. She don't ever tell the truth unless you have a belt to her ass. Later, she wrote to Richard, I love you too. But damn, I really hate your fucking daughter. If she was my daughter, I would strangle her. Now, these are the messages that she's sending to the father. Well, we know for sure her brain really isn't working. Richard Roundtree wrote about his own daughter. He said that his daughter's brain is not working, and he probably said it in what he would see or what he would deem to be a comedic gesture. On September 5th, 2018, Clay wrote a text message to Richard that said, I told Rika to say she was playing in the dark and hit her eye. He responded, sounds good to me. You know what? I'm so pissed with this. I might upload this tonight. On September 27th, Rika's dad wrote, I kicked Rika out of my house. Clay responded with, LOL, I could only wish. Richard replied, I did. Did she start crying? Clay then wrote to Richard to say, tell her I said to do handstands for an hour. Then Richard sent Clay a picture of Rika doing a handstand in the corner. On the day before Rika died, Clay texted Richard Roundtree that all Rika did that day was cry. Oh my goodness. Why in the hell is she not in jail? I mean, why isn't he in jail right now? That's what I would like to know. And then there's a whole lot of tweets that are listed here because I believe that the daughter or someone took a break. Not a break, they took the stand, and the daughter was on the stand just talking about how Rika was being treated in that home. They said they treated her so badly that she wasn't even allowed to sit on the couch in the home. Like, this girl was treated horrifically, and her own dad allowed this to happen to her. I'm gonna go and read some of these tweets. It's a lot of them, but I'm not gonna read all of them. Let me see if I can find something here. I'm just scrolling down because there's so many tweets. Mind you, this chick has already been found guilty of her crimes. They're just waiting to actually sentence her in February. Mind you, just letting y'all know that. The trial is pretty much, well, they're just doing, like, I guess, remainder testimonies. But as far as I'm concerned, the chick is guilty and has been found guilty as of November 19th. It's a lot. It really is. Like they said, you can see Rika's younger half sister walk by Rika as Rika continues to hold cans. Richard Roundtree also walks past his daughter as she continues to hold cans. There is music playing in the background. And it even says that he's even looking at her and laughing. This is her dad doing this, by the way, that is doing this. I don't know how in the hell how he was not up there as an accessory to child abuse and neglect. Hell, as for me, why isn't he up there also for playing a role in her death? He had just as much a hand in it as this chick did. He just didn't actually kill her, but he might as well have. Like, this is one of the most saddest stories I've ever done. Like, how could you put your own child in that position? You literally led your own daughter to a devil and felt no problem with that. Like I said, they need to do a thorough investigation on him. You know what? Forget the investigation. They already seen what they need to see. They need to throw his ass in jail immediately. Don't even have a trial. If you should have one, let it be a bench trial, open and shut case, and let him rot in there with this woman. Because as far as I'm concerned, both of them are trash. It's crazy because it seems like the biological mother of this girl is the only one who has some sense. She's the only one that actually came out and said that she feels that we failed her. She at least took some accountability. This woman ain't gonna do it, and the way the dad's been acting, he ain't gonna do it either. But one thing that got me was when the daughter got up on the stand and said that she wasn't allowed to sit on the couch. I even think I heard somewhere in a clip that they would make her spin around till she got dizzy and make her run into the TV head first. Like, they literally abused this girl. It's not to sound crazy, but it's amazing she lived as long as she did. But the way that they were exchanging these text messages back and forth, they wanted her dead. They wanted her dead. They didn't want her anymore. They didn't want her around. But this guy brought his daughter around that element, that environment. As far as I'm concerned, he killed his daughter. Yes, we know she's the one who did it, but he killed her. If you get what I mean, if you can read between what I'm saying here. I swear, I don't even know who this guy is. I wish I could find a picture of him, but they have yet to put a picture up of him. So we don't know what he looks like. Even though his name is out there, but he has no picture. I swear, I wish I could see him in person, for real. I would punch him dead in his shit. I would put a dent in his chest. And he would deserve it. Because this little girl did not deserve what happened to her. And it's like I keep learning more and more stuff about it that enrages me even more. I don't have anything else to say. If y'all want to find any additional information about this, y'all can go right on Google or something like that, because it's a lot. This is a lot. I don't think I've ever done a story where I had to do so many updates or so many, if to cover anything that I might have missed in a constant rotation like this. But I'm going to talk to y'all in the next one.